Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mechanized IT, and today I wanted to share with you a new app that is an open beta. It's called Fancade. It's available for iOS and Android, and it's created by the original dev of Blocksworld, Oddbot Out, and most recently Mekorama. So what is Fancade? Well, Fancade is a fan-made arcade. You can make your own games using blocks that you made yourself, or you can use other people's blocks. And you can upload your own games and other people can play them. So let's have a look at this game that I put together using a block that was scripted by the dev himself, Martin. It is the dash block, which is a little cat that you see running along the ground here. Some of these custom blocks I made, and then there's some blocks also in this I think that are made by another user named Quack, which I think is a really neat feature that you can collaborate like that. So let's take a look at a recreation of Tetris. I think this was made by a user named Bcrit, and as you can see it's a pretty accurate recreation of the original game. And I think really showcases what you can do with custom blocks and the visual scripting language that's built into the app. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the built-in games that comes with the app. This is a game created by the dev himself, Martin. You can see it's a pretty neat driving game, and another thing that it showcases is the ability to create constraints between objects. You can create motors that will make wheels like this, and you can create the controls when you tap on the screen to turn the wheels. So it's a pretty good example of what this app is capable of. Here's another one. It's basically a recreation of Mekorama, and this one was also created by Martin. It's very similar to the original game, except you can see a dino instead of the robot in Mekorama. And as you can see, instead of having pathfinding like in the original game, you just have straight lines that you can move. And really the coolest thing about it is that anybody can download this game and it is editable. You can use the blocks, you can use the scripts, and you can make your own levels. You can do this with any of the games as long as the user specifies that they want other people to be able to edit levels. And if you don't want other people to be able to use your assets, you can also specify that as well when you upload it to the market. It's very versatile like that. So how would we make a new game? We're going to go to the Build tab here and we're going to click New Game. And this will open up the cartridge, and then we're going to make a new level and edit it. So this is the level editor. You can drag out blocks from the hotbar, and these are the default blocks that come with every game that you open up. And this will also be where the custom blocks that you make will show up, and you can scroll back and forth. In a minute I'll show you that to see your custom blocks. You can see we're placing using a fill tool, which is pretty handy. It's pretty quick to make levels like this. Let's look at making a custom block. So we're going to select this block and make a new version of it. We go into the painting tool here, and we're going to paint the top part just by dragging across using the same kind of fill tool. You can also just tap anywhere and create individual pixels, which is pretty cool because it's basically a text shredder in itself. Okay, so let's take a look at another tool. This is what I call the Lego tool. It is like adding or removing glue from the block. So if you see these little dots that look like little Lego nodules, they basically make other blocks stick to them when they're on the surface, which will essentially make them one block. Let's take a look at removing voxels. We can change the shape of this block to any shape that we want. We can just drag across just like the other tools and remove a whole layer or part of a layer. And these individual voxels are also affected by the glue, so you can have multi-parts to a single block. Something else that's really cool is we can make this block bigger than a 1x1. As you can see, we just tack onto the side of it and we can make this block up to a 4x4. So let's take a look at the inventory. Here's a list of our blocks that we made in this game, and there are some default blocks here that we can look at. We got some logs, and we can just place them down in the hotbar just like this. And then we have some physics objects that come with the game. We're going to get a ball. We're going to set this up, and we got a goal. which has some built-in scripting, by the way. We'll take a look at that. So we're just going to put the goal out here in the world, and we're going to put some of these physics blocks. These blocks will fall over if they're not supported, and they'll also stick together because they have that glue. So any block we place next to it will also have physics. We're going to simulate the game by pressing play, and when it falls on top of the goal, we win. Well, why does it do that? Let's take a look at the script that is in this goal block. We're just going to open it up here, and we're going to get our first look at the scripting blocks that come in the game. We have here a random number generator, and then we have a raycast here. So the goal block is doing a raycast of it, looking for objects, and when it hits something, it will win. It's pretty neat. And I think it's really cool that we can open up blocks and put script in them like this. So here is a list of the scripts that come with the block. We have variables that we can get and set, and we have lists that we can make. We have some math operators, and we have some Boolean operators. We got lots of stuff here, as you can see. Basically everything that you need to script your own game. Okay, so now that we made a game, what else can we do? Well, we can change the name of the level. We can type in anything we want here, and we can also change the name of the game if we want. We can get rid of rage and put whatever we want. Then how do we get it out to players? Well, we can set the price here, and we can set what kind of game it is, and we can also set what we want to be editable here. Then we just press publish, and it will go to the market. So let's have a look at the market. Here we got a list of featured games. And these are games that were uploaded by other beta testers, and I think Martin has chosen a few for the features tab. And then we have popular games. I think these are games that have been trending lately. We have Dinorama here, and all of its levels. And then next we have the new tab. This is a list of all the newest games. So here's a game I haven't bought yet. Let's take a look at it with the preview feature. And as you can see, it uses the same card that's in the default game. I think they made their own custom blocks. They got some hedges there and some light poles and all kinds of other things. You can crash through the wall. And so it's a pretty good example of making a custom game out of somebody else's blocks and your own blocks. So now that we've seen that you can create games and upload games, how do you get in-game currency to purchase these games? Well, let's look at the Fan Gold tab. This tab shows a list of the purchasable Fan Gold options, as well as the option to watch an ad to earn Fan Gold. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. That's the basics of Fancade. It's basically a mobile game engine that allows users to create their own games and share them and play other people's games. If you're interested in becoming a tester for this game, you can go over to fancade.com. And if you take a look on the webpage, you'll find a link to the Discord, and you can go talk to the dev himself. If you really want to try it out, email him and join us. And I hope to see you guys and all of your creations soon. If you want to see another video about Fancade, just let me know. Have a good day.